Anyway, we got to get back to the pro wrestling. And before we roll on, we do have let's see, we have Leonardo Hernandez in the chat box because
Hey,
we were talking about CM Punk, and he had a question to say, do you all think CM Punk will be going to WWE? Dave, do you think CM Punk's going to go to WWE?
I don't think we've seen the last of Punk wrestling. Like it still feels like even at AEW, there seems like there were so many unfinished things that could have been done and should have been done. So if you go back to like we talked about last week, where does that fit in? And I could see a lot of as a fan, a lot of stuff. I don't know. You got to get through that behind the scenes politics. And he did leave with a lot of stuff that he did not like, but he comes back. That'll be a big ticket for him. So sometimes we do stuff.
That's the tricky part is obviously if Punk showed up, they're going to be printing money off of it. But AEW was printing money too, and look where that ended up. Now there's just a lot of people who don't want to work with a guy. So, what's the balance? Now, do you think, and I think one of the other issues they're going to have is that, we all know that he and Triple H aren't exactly the best of buddies. And, could Punk work with Triple H on creative? So I don't know, man. So the answer is maybe. I don't have a better one.
Yeah, it just depends on the mood. That's what I'm saying. Is like, does he even want to? Um, he's had a hell of a career, you know. So
Well, I know if it were me, I wouldn't want to go out like that. That's not the way I'm going down. I'm going to try and find a way.
that's what
I
she
I
said.
I will say, what is with you in that? But I will say this, if he was willing to take less, you know what's really interesting for him to go?
FSW.
Well,
That'd be
but
dope.
no, but Impact. I think he's got a lot of supporters at Impact. He might fit in there a little bit better than maybe going to WWE where there's so much, water under the bridge there. So, and Impact's
Mm.
growing. I mean, they're doing a great job. They just had their Victory Road pay-per-view and taped their thousandth episode
Yeah, no
this
knock.
week.
Yeah, no knock to it. But so tell me, I mean, and obviously eyes would be on that product. Like what? But tell me a feud or a storyline from Impact that you're like, oh, that would be epic.
I don't know. Bully Ray might be a pretty good one.
Epic.
Bully, well, you got to remember who's there, but that's one
Exactly.
guy that I think that people would. Those two guys would be very interesting together.
That'd be a cool match. But what else?
Well, I'd have to go down the roster.
Let's go.
Certainly guys like, PCO, that could get nasty. I mean, Josh
That's
Alexander would be
just
fun.
say, yeah, I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, but it's not a matter of, who's there now. It's a matter of, him coming in, and like I said, I think there's a lot of people there that would support him.
Right.
So, who knows? But there's you got the Motor City Machine Guns. You got a lot of people there that know him well,
Yeah.
and it could work. I mean, that would certainly take Impact to another level.
It would.
If
And
it
maybe he would do it just to do that, write his own ticket again. Anywhere he goes, he could
well,
write his own ticket,
well,
but it's just the politics.
and that's the thing. We heard the speech at CAC. We keep going back to that, but he promoted in Chicago too, and you almost wonder maybe he does his own thing. Maybe he starts promoting indie shows and building something up that way too.
Or
Then
maybe
then he's in charge, and you don't have to. He'd be able to hire his own people, whoever he feels like he could work with in the industry. He could bring them in, and I would imagine if he said, "I've got the money for you. I want you to come and do a card." If he put something together in Chicago, just as an example, probably a sellout.
oh yeah. Like a one-off or something.
Yeah, well, that's how AEW started.
I just say he take his millions, go lay up with that beautiful wife of his, and just enjoy enjoy the rest of it, man. He done some great things. Hats off to CM Punk. You the guy, man.
So that that's another possibility too. Relax, enjoy your life.
Yeah, there you go. And
Yeah,
then I mean, start a podcast, whatever. Come
yeah.
on. That would go bananas.
That yes, that would. I would agree with you on that one.